Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Aditya. Good morning, Elroy. Good morning, Chandrasekhar. Good morning, Siddesh. Good morning, Vaibhav. Good morning, Rishikesh. Good morning, Roshan. Okay, fine. After some time, you can take now the next page because I will be writing on it something. So let's recap. We have gone through the Buddhist literature. So as we have considered, it is available in two texts or two languages, Pali text and Sanskrit text. Right. So in Pali text, you can have a Tripitaka. Right. So original text written on the palm trees, palm leaves, and kept in basket. Then Vinay Pitaka, which is a monastic code. Right. How you should have the code of conduct in the monas. And Sutta Pitaka, which is Buddha's sayings. Abhidhamma Pitaka, which is religious discourse of Buddha, Milind Panu, it's a questions of Milinda. It is a dialogue between Milind and the Buddhist saint Naksen. Deepvamsh and Mahavamsh is the great chronicles of Sri Lanka. Then the Sanskrit text you can consider. So here Ashwagosha, Vasumitra, Buddhigosha, and the Nagarjun, right? So these are the Sanskrit texts you can consider. Right? Obviously, in this you will be having Buddha Charita, Sari Putra, Prakaran, and Vajrasuchi, right? Then Mahavibhasha Shastra, Vishuddhagama, right? Then Madhyamika, Karika, and the Prajan Parimitrak Karika. So these are the Sanskrit texts you can consider as far as the Buddhist literature is concerned. Then there were different sects of Buddhism. Basically, you have only two, but later on, as these were declined, third one has emerged. Right? So Hinayana, the first sect, the followers of Hinayana believed in the original teaching of Buddha, and they sought individual salvation through the self-discipline and meditation. They did not believe in idol worship. Hinayana followers have favored Pali language. They were known as, Hinayana was known as Southern Buddhist religion because it was prevailed in South Africa, south of India, particularly in Sri Lanka, Myanmar, and Thailand. It has two subsects as Vaibhashika and Sutrantika. The next sect is Mahayana. So the followers of Mahayana believed in the heavenliness of Buddha. These followers sought good morning, Abhijit. So the followers of Mahayana sought the salvation through the grace and help of Buddha and Bodhisattva instead of meditation and self-discipline. The followers of Mahayana always believed in idol worship. They have favored the Sanskrit language. Mahayana was known as Northern Buddhist religion because it was prevailed in north of India, particularly in China, Korea, and Japan. It has two subsects as Madhyamika, which is also called as Shunyavada, and Yorkshire, which is also known two main sects, right? And third one, which was later on or the newly emerged. So the followers of Vajrayana believed that salvation could be attained here, particularly in the Bengal and Bihar. There were different bodhisattvas, Vajrapani, Teshwara, also known as Padmapani, Manjushri, simulator of understanding, Maitreya, the future Buddha, Shitigrha, it's a guardian purgatories, Amitabha or Amita Yusha, it is a Buddha of heaven. There are some of the places there were called the sacred shrines, shrine Deul. What are the sacred places? Obviously, Lumbini, where his birth was there. Bodh Gaya, where he enlightened. Sarnath, where he had given first sermon. Then Kushinagar, where his death was there. And apart from these four places, there are four places, namely Shravasti, Rajgriha, Vaishali, and all these 8 places are considered as the holy places, right, of Buddhism. Then some other places of Buddhism, right, as far as in So you have here Amravati and Nagarjun Kond at Nagarjun Konda. Right? So it is in Andhra Pradesh, Nalanda in Bihar, Junagadh and Vallabhi in Gujarat, Sanchi and Bharhut in Madhya Pradesh, Ajanta Ellora in Maharashtra, Dhaulagiri in Orissa, Kanauj, Kausambi and Mathura in Uttar Pradesh, Umapuri in West Bengal. There were some of the Buddhist architectures which are also considered as the holy places of Buddhism, right? So there were stupas, which are called prominent Buddhist monks. It's a prayer hall, and vihar, which are called the monasteries, or you can consider it as, right? So these were the points which we have covered. Now we can consider the Buddhist universities. Fine. See, question can be asked by any angle, right? If you know everything, then you can tackle any kind of question. If you have, while studying, if you have nothing to left, or you have left nothing, then obviously you will be always tackling each and every question. Fine. So that's what you will be always having. Fine. So let's continue with the universities. Fine. So as I said, here you do have the altogether 6 different university, where it is, its place, and who had established or the founder. Right. So Nalanda, right? Nalanda University, which is Badgaon in Bihar. Right. So it was established by Kumar Gupta. So who belongs to Gupta dynasty or Gupta ruler. Right. See, this will be coming whenever we will be seeing the Gupta dynasty. Right. Right. Yes. The next one is Odantpuri. Odantpuri. Right. So which is again in Bihar, and it is at Bihar Sharif. Bihar Sharif in Bihar. Right. The founder of this one is Gopala. Gopala. Who was a Gopala? Gopala is a Pala ruler. Right. Pala dynasty. As like here, it is Gupta dynasty or Gupta ruler. Fine. See, most of the universities have been established in the Pala ruler, right? Or by the Pala rulers. Odantpuri. Next one is Vikramshila. Vikramshila. It is at Bhagalpur. It is at Bhagalpur. Again, it was in Bihar, and it was established by a Pala ruler called Dharmapala, whose name was Dharmapala. Right. The fourth university, Somapuri. Somapuri, which is in North Bengal. North Bengal. It was further established by Dharmapala. The second last is Jagdal. Jagdal, right, which is in Bengal. And again, it was established by Pala ruler, but whose name was now Ram Pala. Ram Pala. And the Vallavi, it was in Gujarat, right? It was established by Bhattarka. It was established by Bhattarka, by the Maitrak ruler. Maitrak ruler. Right. So these were the universities you can consider. Right. So you have to always keep in mind the names, right, along with their founders. Right. So places will be very easily you can understand, remember. Right. So these three things must be known to everyone. Right. Now, here again you can consider the Buddhist councils. Buddhist councils. Right. We can consider the Buddhist councils. Right. So, as we have already considered the first council, right, which was by Ajatashatru, right? So, altogether, there are altogether till date 6 Buddhist councils, right? Second happened, the last one took place in 20th century, right? So first Buddhist council, first Buddhist council, right? You know, when did it conclude? It concluded in 483 BC, right? Where it was at Saptaparni, at Griha, which was capital. Right? If anybody wants, you can have. Is it blurred to everyone?
Visibility okay, sir, at my side. Sir, visibility is
Yes.
okay, sir.
Still some of facing it. Anyway, by the time if it get improved, I will show it again. Right. As of now, those who have a good visibility, they can take it. Done. Okay. So it was at Saptaparni. Who was the patron of it? Patron was Ajat Shatru. Patron was Ajat Shatru. Right. And what had been happened in this one? See, its result. If you take or if you conduct any kind of event, its result is always necessary. You do have always a purpose of having such kind of event, right? So in this case, there was compilation of Sutta Pitaka, and Vinay Pitaka. Right. So, these are the two Pali texts you have considered for Buddhism, right? So this is the result of that. Then second Buddhist council. It concluded in 250 BC, where it was at Patliputra, right? It was at Patliputra. Who was the patron of this? Patron was Ashoka. And patron means basically who provides the financial support of execution of such kinds of events. Sorry, I have made a mistake. I have written here Second Buddhist Council. Do you remember what we have considered? Right. So it is not 250 BC, it is 3rd BC. And even Ashoka was of 3rd BC's patron, 3rd Buddhist Council patron. Right. Everything is right. If I right. So second was in 383 BC, where it was at Vaishali. Right. Right. In rights. What is meaning of rights? Anybody? It is nothing but the religious or other solemn ceremony or act. आपण त्याला संस्कार म्हणू. Right? Sanskar. Fine. So third Buddhist council, 250 BC at Patliputra, whose patron was Ashoka. What was its result? Right. So here the compilation of one of the Pali texts we have considered, Abhidhamma Pitaka. Abhidhamma Pitaka. Abhidhamma Pitaka. Right. And one more decision, right? That is the decision to send missionaries to various parts of the world in order to spread Buddhism. Right. The first one, second one I can write here. To send missionaries to various parts of world. To various parts of the world. Various parts of the world. Right. Now, the fourth Buddhist council. Fourth Buddhist council, which was at Kashmir. It was in 98 AD. Always keep in mind. I will write the name of that one, which is at Kundal 1 in Kashmir. In Kashmir.